Grinders, friends, PokerStars here, back with the NL2 40 buy-in challenge. Here's a recap of what we're doing so far. I said I'll show you every hand we've done. I recorded my first video yesterday, and then I played about another hour after that, and then I went on a tear. It's too bad I stopped recording when I did. I stopped pretty much when we were, I don't know, we might have been 500 hands in, and then off video, I just went on a rampage. So you can see we're up $10, which is 5 buy-ins, and our BB 100 is 49, which we'll never be able to keep playing that high. It just was on a heater. You name it happened. I will just start playing. I don't have time to do maybe an hour video, but I was about to jump barn, so I figured why not start grinding. I got my hotkeys set up that hopefully this is going to speed some things up. Last night I felt like the computer was slow. I haven't played at all today. This is my very first 2 hands. So let's see if we can keep this going. Yeah, last night I just got into some spots after I started recording where I just was big hand versus big hand. I spots that I knew guys couldn't fold. They'd have like $2. The pot was like 80 cents. And I'd have like the nuts or a really strong hand. And I didn't feel like they'd lay it down. So I was jamming over betting pots and getting called a lot. I flopped a couple sets versus spots where I thought they had overpairs. So I put pressure on them knowing they couldn't lay down an overpair. And that's kind of what happened. So let's see if we can keep moving forward on day 2. Like I said, I'm going to be playing a lot while I'm not recording. If I only played an hour a day, it would take forever. Here I want to bet because I want his ace jacks, ace queens to want to get it in. I don't want to check at him, get a free card. I could check now, it'd be a little sneaky. And you know what, I'm even going to do it. Let's just try it here. See if he jams like I'm afraid of the ace. This is trying to say now, by me checking, I'm representing like jacks, queens, kings. Now we're just going to get it in with him, right? If he has us, he has us. But I was pretending I was scared of an ace by trying to do something like that. So ace, queen, ace, jack, sometimes we'll call you now by checking there. Sometimes by double barreling, you can get them to make a hero fold. And at times you're going to take a bad beat by giving them a free card. And sometimes you lose a value street, but I don't mind taking a line like that. Most people will c-bet once, even on a bluff. So let's just say I did that with, I don't know, make up a hand 7-8 suited, and I airballed it, and an ace came. So most people know you're going to c-bet with an ace because you're going to represent the ace. And most people won't double barrel. So if you check the turn when you're strong, a lot of times people will stab at once to try to steal it, even if they don't have it. They will try one steal. So it's pretty powerful that if you check raise in that spot. I didn't even put on music, guys. I just literally got home. I'm not even undressed for my work clothes. I got to pick up my son here, and guess I'll defend this. I'll pick up the place here. It's funny, when I'm not recording, guys, I play, because I'm trying to talk, I go so much faster. Second I got off last night, like when I stopped the video, my speed picked up like just ridiculous amount. Here we got some hotkeys going down. Now I'm already starting to pick up a bit. Talking really slows down my play, because I'm also trying to tell you guys my thought process. If I wasn't recording, I would do the move and I wouldn't pause to explain it. So you play a lot faster when I'm not recording. But I do find at times when you're pausing to talk, you can get yourself to do the better decision, because it's a deeper thought. That as opposed to if I was on my own, I might not have got to like that depth. I might have went to my first reaction, and if I would have took 3 more seconds, I would have had a better play. Like you guys hear me say all the time, like I'll do a play, and within a second after, I'll be like, that was the wrong play. Here, you guys saw me yesterday doing 3x. I'm only doing a different bet size today because my hotkeys are set up different, and I haven't gone and adjusted my hotkeys, but I've already explained more than once how much you bet 3x or 2.5. I would not spend too much time stressing about stuff like that. It's more so you want to know your ranges of what hands to play in what spot, to know if you should do 2.5, 2.2, 3x, 3.5. As long as you're close, you're not doing something extreme, like if you're doing a 10x raise is your standard, then obviously that's a huge leak. But for the most part, as long as you're close, between 2 and 3 big blinds, you're not really gonna, at these small stakes here, it's not gonna change your win rate that much. As you move up to higher stakes and that kind of stuff, then it matters more detailed. Your main thing that you want to do, which most of you guys would know by now, is you just want to be consistent in the sense of if you really think you're playing the same people all the time, if you always change your bet size with pocket aces, say when you have pocket aces, you always only go 2x because you want action, and every other time you do 3x, you know, but you got to think that, let's just say if you guys saw me doing it on a video, that's different because you guys might play me, people will see that I do that. For someone, if you're not recording, for someone to, I'm going to label this guy yellow, just caution, he's up 5 buy-ins, and if I see him up all the time, then I know he's a regular player. Let's say this guy here with pocket aces, I limp in, and he sees that I have pocket aces and I limped. He has to do that play with me like 4 or 5 times to know that, like, you got to do that same scenario so many times for it to be like a leak in your game, right? So when people say you have to be so consistent, like, to be honest, Zoom poker, I think it's overrated, and especially on PokerStars, because it's such a huge player pool. You're not playing the same people all the time. If you're playing the regs and you're constantly battling, especially when you get to NL25, then it's going to really be important. But other than that, I don't think these micro stakes, I don't think you have to worry about a lot of stuff that people try to teach you in videos. I think the best approach, and Charlie Carroll and all these guys, the biggest thing this last year or 2 years is GTO versus exploited, which I don't even care to listen to the topic. I just know that the GTO, like those guys are the best players in the world who really need to worry about mixing up their game and being balanced and playing NL 500 and all these ranges. NL2, like, you just exploit someone. If you don't think they can call, then what's this? We're just pausing here? This is too bad. The game just like froze. Of course we got a hand on each of them. Have you guys seen this? Maybe my internet's fucking lagging? What the hell is this? This is too bad. And I just did a 3x here. Are we going to lose all these big blinds? Well, it says I have full internet. Clearly something's going down. Oh, then we get such, oh, we got the nut flush. Here, I guess we'll call, no, I don't even mind a fold there. Oh, we're getting a bet of this guy. He might think I'm disconnected. I'm just gonna go for like a min raise. Yeah, man, so I'm getting a lot of support from doing the challenge. I like it. I didn't know what you guys were going to feel. At the end of the day, guys, I'm going to open here. I needed to do this. I needed to start at the bottom. And like I said, if I'm as good as I believe I am, I don't think we'll be at NL2 too long. I'm not saying that because we're on a bit of a heater. I feel like we'll do all right at this stake. Then there's merit of people, you know, who want to play at the best NL 100. If your win rate's really high and you're happy winning at a low rate and you know, a little bit of money, you know, there's nothing wrong with not moving up in stake. I don't think it should be everyone's goal. But if you never want to risk your bankroll, like I'm pretty confident that if I stayed at NL2, I would never ever deposit again the rest of my life. There's no risk I'd ever lose this many buy-ins. You know, and some people get off on that, but I think you should have a bigger goal. Here we're just going to go all in here. It's a little greedy, but some straights, some other full houses. If he's got an ace, these guys don't fold too often. If he's got a set, he's not going to fold. King 10 might even call us, but he could have ace jack here, pocket jacks, something like that. Pocket fours, look at that. So he's just never going to fold in that spot. It's just a bit of a cooler, but if he thinks that, because it's NL2, it's hard to know. Am I ever not jamming a full house there? Like he had the very weakest full house out of all of them. So like half me wants to call him a calling station, but because a straight got there, I think if there's no straight, I think he finds a fold button. For the most part. Wow, we're hitting some cards right now. You know, and I'm gonna still bet it. He's gonna check back some of his floating hands here. I want to start building the pot. I could check that back there, but I really want to start putting some money in the pot there. I think, yeah, if there was not a straight there, I don't know if I'd find a jam. I would have just did a raise, but I felt like it was a lot of times going to be full house versus full house. We'll just call down table 2 here for a bit. I don't know if we're strong enough to check raise. Want to keep his bluffs in with his chasing the ace of clubs. There's an ace. Now we're going to go to value town. We'll fold to a raise here, but a lot of his aces are going to call now, and he could have better 2 pairs, yeah. So that's kind of a blocker bet too. It's a value bet plus blocker. So if I would have checked it, he would have bet more, especially having the ace of clubs that he blocks the nut flush. So it kind of accomplishes more than one thing in that spot. This guy's a rookie player. We'll call off 2 cents, but I'm just more, yeah, like he's getting 2 cents out of me. Like, good for you. And I'm actually just gonna go back and label him a rookie just so I know what this means. I prefer 3x if we want to really get down to it. I've explained my thoughts before, but some people are new to the video, and this is NL2, so the fact that I'm making an NL2 series, I'll talk a little more theory than I would in when we get to higher limits, just because I think a lot of people will be using this to learn theory of poker. I'm not even gonna, you know what, I have the backdoors, I guess I'll float there. But here he's strong here, he's got 2 pair, ace jack only, so this guy is just, that is no need for that. Absolutely no need. I thought he would have had like ace 2, ace 6, and he's hoping like ace jack or something calls him ace king or something like that. That play just, you know what, I'm even just gonna name him, I should just say donkey, but I'll put aggressive because donkeys might call in with anything, but that play was uncalled for. NL2 jams all in with top pair over bet. He could have done that with the history, so sometimes your notes, you can't always use it. He could have been in a hand with that other guy before. Maybe he knows that guy's a calling station, I don't know, but the fact that you just put that there, that you've seen it, fuck, my computer's slow last 2 days. What the hell's going on? Put me on tilt. I just feel like the cards are coming out so slow. Most of you guys would know, on January 1st, I bought a brand new computer. For years, I only played off a laptop. And I'm just fucking not happy with this. Now, I'm not techie. I'm only running this off Wi-Fi. It's a computer, but it's not hardwired. Maybe I should get like an IT guy in here, because maybe it's just an internet thing and not my computer. I don't know really what I was calling here for, but kind of rambling on. You know what? Him checking that river, I should have found a bluff button. I should have tried to steal that. So we are at 15. Oh, you know what? I keep looking at the adjusted rate. We're supposed to be up 15. We're up 13. So you can have a graph here. The yellow line, for you guys who don't use Poker Tracker, yellow line is what you're supposed to be at. If there wasn't luck, the green line is what you've actually made. So we're actually running below EV, but we're only 1,000 hands into it, just over that, which is a very small sample. Our win rate's going to come flying down. I did confidently think I could beat NL10 above 10 big blinds per 100. I don't know enough. I haven't played these stakes too much. Like my overall lifetime, I don't know if I've even ever played 5,000 hands at this. Like this is going to be, I don't really know how much time I've ever spent on this. I'm going to bet a little heavier here and get some money in this pot. All his draws. Broadways are still going to call you. Inside straights are going to call you. Backdoor diamonds. There's a lot of things that can call you there. I missed a good spot there, just rambling on. It's going to go to 10 cents. That's why I really miss this big blind shit. I did like that. Those for you who don't know too much about the big blind per 100, you want to be obviously above 0. I think if you're like 1 or 2 tabling, like you know, it obviously depends on what stakes you are, but good grinders will be 5 and above. You know, anything above 10, like you're absolutely crushing the stakes, and you should probably, if you're happy winning that money, but you should probably move up in stakes. But over a big sample size, if you're around 5, you're doing really well. Some people are even happy being around 3 big blinds per 100. Right now we're like, you know, we're 54, but if I just fold 50 hands in a row, that's going to come down, right? So we have to keep winning big pots for that to stay that. It's not sustainable. As we get to, you know, even after today, we'll probably be down to 30 or 20, just by folding, you know, a whole bunch of hands here. Like I said, man, it's really too bad the hour I picked. And I'll be honest, I did the first video yesterday. I didn't really have the energy to do a video, but I wanted to start the challenge. I thought about it all day. By the time it got to being able to play just with my schedule, I actually didn't really want to play. I just wanted to start the channel. So I really didn't have, I think we're good over here, table. Oh, you got a 7. I really didn't feel like talking, but I decided to start it. And even right now, when I feel like I'm in a bit of a rush, I don't feel like I grind the best, but I didn't want to have too many long sessions without doing a video. Like I did 500 plus hands last night, and then I didn't want to do another 1,000 right now. And then I just don't think we'll be at NL2 too long, so I don't want to have just like 3 videos for the people that want to see it. I don't want to just turn it on one day and then show you guys, hey, I'm up 35 buy-ins, and then everyone's gonna be like, well, how the fuck did you do it? Like, so I'm trying to get as many as I can on video, at least at the starting. If we're already 10, 20 videos in and I haven't done it yet, I won't feel as bad if I make 10 buy-ins on my own. Like, what's with these guys just betting this low? I guess we'll bump it up, fill them out. And then we got 2 pair. I'll just check call here. That's his draw. I was betting 2 cents got there, and then he bets pot. So you're beat there every time. I'm happy to lay that down. A lot of times when they bet so low, they're trying to get a cheap draw. And then they're trying to chase a flush, 2 pair, straights, stuff like that. But usually on a flush board, they're trying to get a flush draw for as cheap as they can. Here is, unless they're planning to check raise, which they're not doing it too often, this is just a 101 rookie move here. I know there's a new school of thought of people, look at this guy's stack. There's some people who are adding limping in the range pre-flop. If you're playing NL2, I don't think you should be watching any videos that are teaching you to limp any hand pre-flop. If you're not good enough to raise it at NL2, you should be folding those hands. Your concepts do not need to be that in-depth. What do I want to call here? Maybe a jack? You know, I'm just happy checking it. Yeah, maybe a 9 would have called us. I don't think so with that board, but maybe. It was a little soft, but that river was a little scary. Some straight combos got there, some full house combos got there. So we want to call this off, 84 cents. It's under 50 big blinds. So that turn bet there, you can check call. I think if you check it, they're going to try to steal it a lot, and sometimes they'll bet you out of the check and calling range. Then you have to really get into a hero spot. So I tend to lead out at these stakes here. I think NL25 I would have checked it twice with ace high there because I have enough equity. If I had like, you know, 9-8 that wasn't a pair, maybe I try to lead out a bit more. But so when you have showdown value, a lot of times you don't mind double checking. Him betting over pot is pretty strong here. I know we have top pair, but that's pretty strong here. He's trying to tell me like, people do this on their draws though. I think at this stake though, I think I'm just gonna give it to him. It's a little nitty. I usually fight back a little more, but I'm not looking to get in on that. I'm not strong enough. If I had ace 8 maybe. Here we have the 9, we have the inside, 2 overcards. We're probably stacking it off here. I got a little bit of full equity, but I'm happy to get it all in here. He's gonna probably raise me. Obviously a 9, a 5, an 8, or a 10. If he had a 7 ace, then our pairs get there, our flush gets there. We're hoping he doesn't have an ace high flush draw out there. We took it down. So at the end of the day, we only had 10 high, so we did have some fold equity. I think most of the time you're gonna be stacking it off there, but let's say he had ace king spades, right? So then there goes our flush, but we still have the straight draws and we still have a chance to get a pair. If he has ace 7, then we still have a chance for 8s and 10s. You're just hoping he doesn't have a set or 2 pairs that kills a lot of your combos. But if they do, you still have some outs, right? So it's really a spot I'm never thinking of folding ever. And I also still take the aggressive line based on we still want to bet this up for sure. Table 1 here. We want his kings calling, his ace kings. We want his clubs calling. I sometimes think these 1/3 bets on these small stakes, I am almost thinking it's kind of intimidating by them. I think it shows them that you know what you're doing. I think it's almost like, I don't know, I haven't played it long enough, but I almost think if I bet half pot there, it doesn't look like, I just think the half pot bet would be more standard at these stakes. Ace is the king of spades here we have to call. I could almost try this blocker bet now, but if he's got a 4, he's not folding. But I almost could go like 5 cents. 9-6, so we probably could have gone off that, or I could have definitely done a blocker, but he didn't value it. If there wasn't a 1 card straight there, I could have used that ace as a scare card. Going for a 3-bet on table 1 and a really big one. I'm gonna bet this board here. He shouldn't be hitting this too often, and then I'm gonna fold it. I'm trying to rep like an overpair. He shouldn't hit that board too often, calling it that big of a raise. Sorry guys, I have to answer this. I gotta see. This is my wife. But my son, I think. Sorry, no we don't. I'll be home soon, don't think. I'm gonna still bet this. I'm not happy with the check raise here on that board. I think I'd just lay it down happily. I don't think these guys enough are gonna check raise on their draws there. I think if they check raise you on that type of board, on NL2, I'm happy just to throw her away. Fuck, this is slow, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know why my computer is doing this. I have nothing else going on besides this program. I just downloaded the new poker tracker that apparently had some leaks in it that was slowing down some HUDs. Oh, now I didn't restart my computer after I downloaded it, so maybe it's when I get off. Oh, look at this guy. Are we happy to get it all in? I think so. Let him limp and call her. We'll call all in here. Fuck, I'm trying to. This is crazy. I might end the video here. Okay, we're all in. 6, we got a flip. We're gonna get there, baby. We're gonna get there. Club. We'll get there because it's $2 yeah. When it's $25, we're never gonna get there. That was honestly, guys. I went on a heater last night. I told you after the video, and I went on fucking tilt as I'm winning money. I'm winning buy-in after buy-in, and I'm like, as if I'm fucking. Everyone has second best now when I have the goods. Because when I was playing high stakes, or it was high stakes to me, they never called when I had it, and only called when I was bluffing. And last night, all my bluffs worked. Like it is NL2, but. It was just that's a raise there, pocket sevens. Anyways, I was like winning money, but actually on tilt. I'm like, you don't want to go on your heater when you drop down in fucking stakes. Not that I want to be losing, but like everything was working out. Like they just never had it. It's funny how the world works like that. It's like when you drop down in spin and goes, and you finally get like a 4x or a 25x and a 10x, and like. For me, for a long time, most of you guys would know, I'm going to double barrel this, and then I'll give up here. We still have, obviously, a chance to win the hand, but now I'm going to give up here. He has got ace X all day to Sunday. Oh, pocket 9, so he's a calling station. He did call a double barrel. I did not think someone would call that, so I'm just going to do this to know that not to bluff him. I really think double barreling would have got him off. I understand the call on the flop, but at these stakes, where's my calling station? Sorry, on Party Poker I had a different color for that. All that means is I know not to do bluffs against that guy. He's not gonna fold too often. That's a good turn for us. Did some pot controlling. We're going to call him here. He's going to put me on a lot of ace X's now by checking that. He's not going to put me on a pair. The heart could slow him down, but I'm happy just to check here. $1 though. That's a real bad card for him to bluff. The board doubled up for his full houses. All his sets would have called us. Straights are there. I'm just happy to let this go. Sometimes we'll be bluffing, but if it wasn't a 2 of hearts, he has less reason to bluff, because I could have called the turn on a backdoor heart draw. So I'm happier to let that one go. I'm wondering if he would have checked raises on the flop. How long is this video? 25 minutes. So this one might be a little smaller today. I'm not sure. That's the very bottom I want to do here. So when I'm not recording, I sit farther back from the screen because I'm trying to talk to... I actually don't even know where the mic is. The mic's built into my computer and I don't even know where the fuck it is. When I buy something, I just assume shit works, and I don't look at anything. I had a separate microphone for my laptop. Day one, I tried plugging in this computer and it didn't work. And then I recorded one video without a mic, and the audio seems to be decent. So I'm not even using a microphone that I bought off Amazon. I guess we'll defend the 9-8 because this guy's getting in the hand. He's deep stacked. If I hit it, I can maybe stack him. But I could see people wanting to fold that spot. But 9-8, you're going to have a lot of live cards. This guy here shouldn't be having... I could even check raise that spot there. Don't know what sixes he's leading out with there. Ace-9, I probably could have opened there too on these stakes too. I'm trying to be a little more nittier. I was playing way too loose. But I think I should probably play my standard... but I want to get good habits too though. We'll try to get one big blind out of this guy. Go for a check raise here. It's a little heavy. Sorry, 3-bet, not a check raise. I noticed, I listened to my video yesterday, and I noticed a lot of times when I'm talking, I'm saying the complete opposite what I'm thinking. Like yesterday's video, I said, I was trying to say when the snow melts, I'm gonna get busy, and I said like when the snow gets going, like the complete opposite. Like my brain, I'm trying to do math in my head while talking and looking at spots and stack sizes. I'm looking at these numbers. It does take a bit of my my brain power to talk, and a lot of times I'm also reading the text messaging while talking too. So if I talk nonsense at times, that's probably the reason. Plus, I'm usually extremely tired. We're going to check raise them right here. Someone told me the other day on the comments, don't raise hands like ace-queen suited. I disagree with that, but I understood why he says he doesn't want to, but it's too strong of a hand. You could take it down pre-flop. Yes, it disguises a hand like that if they call you, and they do play post-flop well. But I still want to be 4-betting with premium hands. Or sorry, 3-betting and 4-betting. There was no draws on that board, so I have no problem not calling with ace high there. Okay, I get pocket aces. I do miss party poker when the whole screen shakes and goes orange when you have your hand. I tweeted at POKERSTARS before we went to party poker, and I gave him a whole bunch of ideas, and one of that was, now I want to keep this guy in the hand, but I don't want, it's too cheap, so I'm not going to go that heavy. I'm going to go really light. These guys aren't good enough to really, usually I'd go a lot heavier, but I don't want to scare too many people away here. It's pretty powerful like how low I'm going. I'd usually want to go about 35 cents, 40 cents here, but pocket aces here against these guys. This guy here could re-jam us, but I want people in the pot here. This guy here has got a big stack. He's one of the players who could maybe do a squeeze, but probably not. Of course, the board doubles up when we get fancy. I'm going to check this back a little bit of pot control. We have the ace of hearts, so if I didn't, I think I'd still lead out here. Shouldn't be too. This is what I want here. He's got a queen here. I don't want to raise him. I want to keep him in the pot. Turn might go check a lot, but I have no problem with that. But he might think I have ace king here by checking. Here we go. We got him. King, queen, there we go. The odd time they might have some sevens, a7 suited, knowing that you have an overpair, but you got to take those chances. I'm gonna float here at the king of diamonds, 2 overs. I could almost even check raise. Like what threes is he leading out with? Do I want to just raise him? I kind of feel like I should. Just because I don't think he's that super strong. Oh, he was under the gun, sorry, this guy, yeah. But I don't know why he's, like, that board doubling up there, hard for him. The fact that I tanked, and then most people that are strong tend to raise the turns. They'll call the flop, and then they want to start pumping it up. I'm going to open that up. So guys, we are doing well. We're up to $15, which is whatever that is, 7.5 buy-ins. And we're at like the biggest BB 100. We're not going to keep that. Mark my word, that's coming down soon. Well, even just coolers, like if I get it all in with kings versus aces, that's going to crush, like destroy my BB 100. And doesn't mean you're playing bad, but it just kills those kind of stats. I know I'm betting to that, but they're not going to 3-bet me enough from these spots. Like as bluffs, just because I'm betting that type of board. Perfect card to keep barreling. Question is, if there's brick, are we trying to get him off? I am going to call because of that. I wouldn't call anything else if I didn't have the backdoor spades. Alright, it's going to go check. I mean, sorry, he's going to maybe even jam here the king. Like all in. So this is what I was doing yesterday, and guys couldn't fold. So instead of betting 90 or 24 cents, if I thought they had like pocket jacks here, I was just over betting jamming, knowing they couldn't fold. And it was working out well for me when I ended the video. I know that's not a spot you'd have jacks, but I was just trying to give you a scenario that instead of betting pot or half pot for value, when I thought they had pretty good strength, I was just over jamming, and guys were just oh, there's a lot of people who get over $10 though. Saw it quite a bit last night. I saw one guy at $20, and I sucked his dick over the computer to congratulate him, so I hope he appreciates that. I didn't play my session long enough. I think if I grinded here all day, we could get one that would be nice to post to people, like if we got to $30 or $40 on a table. But we'd have to put in some time here or run into some crazy heaters. Like I would need to get a deep stack versus deep stack, like aces versus kings, or set versus set, or scenarios like that. I have not been watching that hand. Don't know how we got in that scenario. It seems like I called off something that I shouldn't have, because I don't know why that pot was that big at those with that flop. I sometimes wondering if it's not the best to get too high. I told you yesterday I love working a stack and keep chipping away, but there's times where you also lose a bit of value that you could get if you were low stack. Like if this guy had 99 cents and I could stack him off, if I'm at $17, let's just make up a number, they get so intimidated that they won't make a hero call. But if I only had $2, they might call you because they don't know if you're good. But if you're constantly at like $10, $12, I do think as much as you can steamroll some people, like it's kind of like a good thing and a bad thing. You can steal a lot of pots that you shouldn't be able to, but you can also lose some value in spots. We're gonna call here. That's a great card for us. Do we ever want to check raise just because he's betting because an ace? We're definitely calling. Hopefully, nice. That's a perfect card because he's not gonna bet too often. He's gonna check back his aces and his other pocket pairs. So small chance if he had like Jack 10 there that missed, it's gonna save him from bluffing that your fives can actually win. If it didn't get there, he'd maybe triple barrel and you'd sometimes lay down the better hand there. So at least we got to see showdown. And don't worry, all my videos won't be just rambling about strategy here. Soon we'll pick up the pace and just play a lot of hands. This is just getting this series started. I will float this one. I actually don't even mind a check raise there. I'm not really doing what I think. A check raise is probably better than a call here. Probably should have check raised that board. We went for a 3-bet table 1. I went larger because we're out of position, and I'm definitely going to bet that ace there. And then I'm not going to double barrel though on this board. I think I'm just going to slow her down. He called a pretty big raise pre-flop, so I don't mind just shutting it down. If I had a club in my hand and stuff, now we're just going to shut her down. Yeah, man, a lot of you guys, I really got to start writing down names before I do a video and some things I want to talk about, because sometimes I forget the things I want to talk about and give you guys some shoutouts. I was talking to Sonia or someone today who's a fan of the channel, plays NL2. I don't know the exact name, so I'll be running into that player. I'm just going to lay this down here. My other buddy started a bankroll challenge with $3. I think he's up to like $8 or $10 now. So soon we'll be getting to more people. I was thinking it'd be pretty cool if I could start letting you guys. The problem is I never know my schedule, but I know some of you guys would probably like to play me, and especially that I'm probably not going to be at NL2 too long. That if you might be at the stakes for a while and you wanted to play against each other, you know, it's too bad we don't have a platform just to tell you when. So here, can we get there? Oh, we got outs here. Heart. We had some outs here. It was a good flop for us for being punished. I only called that because he was under 50 big blinds, and on these stakes here they could wake up with anything there. They could have any ace X, any broadways, any small pocket pairs. I can make a note on that he has, you know, 50 big blinds jammed with kings. If I always see him at low stakes, small stacks, we're gonna raise this up here to our $20 here. Excuse me. So here I don't want to get it all in though. If he jams me, 10s here, I'm just going to let it go. And I don't think these stakes would have too many 4-bet bluffs. I think they get too horny. They're either folding or jamming. So I would overfold, just being exploitive on the. Oh, that's what I didn't even finish that story. Or maybe I did. I would heavily leave to exploitive style on NL2 and overfold spots and overbet flops. So guys don't check raise flops enough on these stakes, so I'd overfold in spots where it looks like you shouldn't be folding because they don't do it enough on plays they should be. I think when they do it, they're probably going to have strength. You can make a note on someone when they start to do it. But there's certain plays that you shouldn't be folding in certain spots. But on the stakes, you have to generalize your playing. So I will overfold some spots here, and I will overbet some spots that I wouldn't usually do. You know, some C-bet spots that you guys think is a bad play. If you just pause and look at a hand and don't know the stakes you're playing, I think a lot of times guys overanalyze hands like, you shouldn't do that, and that was stupid, and you were capped, and all this crap. I really think you have to know the stakes you're playing and adjust to it. I'm hoping by doing this series, you guys, we're gonna have this is a great card. We have open end here now. Backdoors, we still have an overcard draw. Yes, he has some king X's, but now I don't think we should bet though. Nice. Too bad the club didn't get there, but I'm happy to take that down. So for March, I'm going to be pumping out as many videos as I can for you guys. This is a little loose call here. I wonder if I should just raise them, but I think now I'm just going to, obviously if the heart gets there, we're good, but the fact that he's betting half pot here. kind of seeming like he's wanting us to call. If he had like the ace of hearts, a lot of them guys bet even, they just bet heavy, trying to steal it, and then if you call, if they hit it. You know what, I don't like calling here, I should have 3-bet this. See what I mean about thinking 1 second later? I'm gonna open up my range here, and we'll just overfold here, like no problem. Look at this. Second I don't do it, that's what happens. Okay, we're deep stack here, but I'm still gonna raise up a premium hand like this. This is one of the hands, you know, some of you guys say don't raise with, but I'm from a different school of thought on that. Well, so we're getting in a decent video, and I have, yeah, you know what, we'll be close to, we'll get her. I gotta leave in about 20 minutes. Should be good timing. I'll upload the video as I leave. Do we want to, if you call, I'll call too, because if we hit, yeah, we're gonna call this here. If we hit it, we are getting paid, son. Still can go check sometimes, especially by me slowing down a bit. See if we can get him to find a check button one time. 6 of clubs. Alright, we are out of it, sir. I just want to see something if our computer speeds up without hotkeys. Because everything seems super slow. Is that faster at all? No, it's still slow. Everything just seems slow to me. I don't know if that's Party Poker or PokerStars or my computer. I asked you guys to make some comments. Let me know if you think I thought Zoom was a lot faster than this. Like, it just seems slow. And this time of the day, man, like there's gotta be people on here. There's 1,000 players. Like this should be spitting out my cards like rapid fire. I think I'm just A6 is brutal. Probably could open my 3s. I purposely didn't put on music hoping I'd speed this up a bit, but clearly that's not the problem. Maybe I gotta do like a dista fragment or something. I don't know. So King Jack's the bottom of my range here for my kings offsuit. As I move up in stakes, I was kind of even on Party Poker. I feel like I was switching it to King Queen. That's up to you though. If you should adjust your ranges based on the stakes you're playing. I feel like here I can open up a little bit more, knowing that I could get out of trouble post flop and stuff, and knowing that they don't 3-bet as much as they should be. Even though I did find that first half hour yesterday I was getting 3-betted a lot more than ever expected, but I don't mind opening up my range, you know, not crazy, but like a little bit lower than I usually would if I'm really confident post flop. That was a nittier fold there, but I just felt like it was more the right thing. Not too many people want to bluff into 4 people, and I felt like if I did call, it's gonna go. He's gonna get the turn and river for free. Like it's gonna go check all the way to him, and then he's gonna check the turn a lot. Get a lot of free cards. If I had a better kicker though, I wasn't gonna fold like even king 10, king 9. Here I'm never folding to a c-bet because there's an ace, especially with all our backdoors. He's probably gonna have a pocket pair a lot of times, like 6s, 8s, so he probably have king queen, king jack, something like that. But they will have some pocket pairs there when they don't c-bet an ace, because a lot of people who don't have nothing will at least bluff it. So you have king queen suited. If they really have nothing, like 10 jack, they'll bluff because they have no equity. When they check it down all the time, a lot of times they're going to have like a small pocket pair. You always got to generalize things. It's not going to be a science. You just have to think of like what are you going to see most of the time. I really haven't done anything. It's been a pretty non-creative session, but that's what I said. NL2, you just keep it basic. I really haven't had a spot that I've had to do anything out of line. It's been very simple lines, and you know, in a small sample size, you know, a couple hundred hands, you're gonna have sessions like that that literally, for your skill level, might be extremely no hard thought processes. Like nothing's been crazy. Nice, we got a solid video in. Didn't know it was that long. So our win rates definitely came down heavily now. So we're down to 44, and it's going to keep just dropping, but we're still up a decent amount of buy-ins. Our graph's looking a little more consistent than it was the last week or two, but it still is. We got to wait till we get up to you know, that 5,000 hands to show real consistency, and the higher we get, the more and more consistent this graph's going to look. And we can just set it to buy-ins. Oh, big buy-ins. Oh, maybe that's tournaments? You can set it for buy-ins. Oh yeah, I guess it wouldn't be buy-ins for this. I told you guys to put some guess. I haven't heard any of that yet. I'm curious, and this will give you a bit more of a sample. Put in your guess. How many hands? When do you think I'll finish it? Do you think I'll finish the 40? I had one comment telling me 40 is a hard goal. You only need 30 to move up in bankroll. I'm not really doing it for a bankroll thing. I was doing it to... The shorter it is, I don't want it to be like a heater. Like if I set it to 20 big blinds and we got there, that's how you build a bankroll. And if you want to take the next step and like move up in stakes, I drop down to really work on my game to win consistently. I don't want to just get on a heater, move up in stakes, and then be at a stake because I have a bankroll and then find out that I'm not the player that I think I am. Wow, you know what, maybe I'll just flat with 10s. This is a 5x open? So you looking to jam there? Because I didn't want to get in with 10s, but a 5x open's a little... No draws here. That's a horrible, horrible card. I think I'm just going to let it go if he bets here. This 5x is very strange. But I wouldn't mind seeing this if we get a chance. That's too bad. And like I could even make a note because he's one of those guys that could be changing his lines. Sorry, where I got my notes here. It's one of those spots. His next raise, he might only do like 2x because he could have had like aces and they're so afraid of a bad beat. Like you don't know. Or they have jacks and they don't know how to play it. stuff like that. But it could just be his standard line. So next time if I see him open 5x, maybe I could have called there, 10 times, then it's just his standard betting size, and then I don't have to be terrified with 10s there. Here, I think I'm just going to get, I'm definitely, look at this. Okay, guys, I'm going to flat here. Let's try to get this guy in the hand here. Takes sometimes a bad beat, but I want the people in the pot. But now I'm going to look to gamble here. Now we're going to bet it. Kings aren't going to fold. Hearts aren't going to fold. Hopefully, queens and jacks sometimes get scared here. But the fact is there's draws. A lot of times pocket players don't even fold. So we did get a better to him. We maybe could have missed a chance to stack it off if he had a pocket pair, because his ace kings were never folding. So, but I did want to try to bring both them in there. If I would never do a small bet in that spot. If you're looking to do it, if you ever go like min raise or something like that, at these stakes it is stupid strength. I think you just go all in, like you don't know what you're doing. Or you just flat to try to get more people in the pot. But it'd be one or the other. I think we're pretty much going to wrap up this video. I don't know what all this is going on. Sorry, what the fuck am I doing? How much time is this? Yeah, we're pretty good here. 1 or 2 more orbits and we'll let's just spike a set on this guy. Oh, we're going to call him if he bets here. And do I ever just want to check raise him? Kind of think I'm going to. The heart there, that heart there, I'm definitely gonna bet it again too, and then we'll shut her down. But let's see what that does. And then we got aces, taking a crazy aggressive line. Don't know if there was a need to over here, but I'm planning to do it. All right, now we're just gonna shut her down. He's got I don't know what he's got. Oh, he's got a set. So look at this. So we're gonna get rewarded right off this. Good way to end it. Okay, so I don't think he's bluffing here. We're just gonna jam him here. I think it's the best play. I don't think he's ever bluffing. Queens, ace king suited, brick. There we go. All right, so that's a good way to end it. From us taking an aggressive line over here. Oh yeah, we're on PokerStars now. This can save our tables for like a fucking hour. I might have to keep this table going for a bit. That's the one thing I hate about this hourly thing. I like to see, this says yesterday, we've played for 3 hours. I pause my tables and I walk away. This doesn't care. This will say I've been playing for 10 hours. I constantly grind and pause my game for 10 minutes here, 15 minutes here. It's the best part why I want to be a cash player. I constantly sit out next hand and then leave. Well guys, I will sum up the bankroll for you. We're at $15 day 2, and I'm still gonna grind, so I'll update you guys. Yeah, so put in a guess though. Let me know maybe in hands or however you want to guess it, when you think I'm going to finish this challenge. Can we get to 40 buy-ins? Will we ever get back down to even? Whatever you want to say. Say you're on a heater, you're not as good, you're running hot, you will end up being broke. Say what you want to hear, or say what you want to say. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you.